PhD, I had a band, and I was in Stillwater, so a lot of the people that played in my band played in Garth Brooks' band at one point. And when he went to Nashville, they just ditched all these guys because, well, you know, that's what they do. I guess the guys weren't pretty enough for any of them. You know, you got to have a pretty face to be in Nashville or whatever. And just talented musicians. One of them ended up ODing after I came back to Indiana and died. So I have this kind of weird background playing music and hanging out with a lot of you know, famous musicians. Even though I was on college radio, but we weren't famous. But one of the guys in the band with me is named Blaine Gretelman, and there was an article that came out about these standardized tests in the Atlantic. I think it was in the Atlantic a few months ago, and it went pretty much viral. And I kept seeing people post on Facebook. I go, what is this? So I got on it. It's his article. He teaches at the University of Iowa now. So this is I guess you have to know if you know a lot about what's going on. Let me just explain to the people. Al Morrison is the Republican in my district, Vermilion County, and some of the other ones. You probably know the other people. Let's see if I can. Bracey, it refers to Gerald Bracey, who was one of the first psychologists to actually track this corporate school movement. So he's mentioned, I don't know, you probably know everybody else. And it's called When ISTEP Was a Famous Dance.
Not a pain in my ass. In parentheses.
They're gonna privatize the air and chop off all our hair. Send our kids on Pearson Hill. Hedge fund beneficient, David Harris hissing, Todd Huston needs put in jail. Bart, Peterson, the Indy Star reports, handsome as Doris Day. He sold off all the schools, he casted all his jewels, thinking back to the good old days. Was a famous dance. Kids still had a chance. When Tony Bennett was singing and school bells were ringing, when ISTEP was a famous dance. Al Morrison, he's driving to your school. He's packing a pistol. He's a Walmart boy, he hates the girls and boys, he sweats just like a popsicle. Tell the kids in school, don't look so down, Brian Bosman's a slacker. When I was your age, Pac-Man was the rage, and Ritz was a mighty good cracker. When ISTEP was a famous dance, kids still had a chance. When David Frizzell was singing and cell phones were ringing, when ISTEP was a famous dance. Hoosier school heist in kindergarten ice. Kim Fidler, give me a holler. Teachers were fed up. Fidian Green was my caller. Her news thinks he's Isaac Newton. He's a lapdog for the filthy rich. Psychopaths in ties. I'm sick of white men lies. Rich Daniels is the side of a bitch. Yeah, ISTEP was a famous dance. You and me had romance. We clapped our toes together and danced in nasty weather. Now we're making love to the test. Now don't get me wrong, singing this union song. There's a few things that you should know. Back in the day, Bracey was the stage. The Waltons were the courthouse one. On the ball hill we showed our last kiss. When ISTEP was a famous band, kids still had a chance. Before Bruce was Elvis and you still jump my Elvis. When ISTEP was a famous band. When ISTEP was a famous band, kids still had a chance. When Tony Bennett was singing and school bells were ringing. When ISTEP was a famous band. When Tony Bennett was singing and school bells were ringing. When ISTEP was that famous band. When ISTEP was that famous band.
All right.
We might have